Hello y'all, what's going on? It's Friday. It's a great day. It's going to be a good weekend. Thank y'all for subscribing. I want to thank all my new recent subscribers. I appreciate that. Without support, I wouldn't exist. On YouTube anyway, so thank you very much for that. I haven't really done too many videos geared towards brand new resellers. One question I get asked a lot is, where do I find stuff to sell? What's the best way to find things to resell for a profit and list on eBay? So I'm going to go over my top 10 in no particular order. Okay, well that's kind of a lie. I'm going to save the best for last. Stay tuned to the end. I'm going to throw some little nuggets of wisdom, maybe some little tidbits of knowledge. So hopefully this will help out some new people just getting started out, maybe even some seasoned resellers who are looking for some other ideas, maybe some different things they forgot about or haven't done in a while. So let's jump right into it. So the first one is pretty obvious, but maybe not to some people, things that you already own. Things that are sitting around the house, maybe they're sitting in the garage, maybe in your storage if you have like a storage at your house or a spare room that's just filled with junk, or maybe just things that you don't use anymore in your home and you can list them on eBay for a quick profit. This is probably the easiest way to find things. Most people have at least one or two things or a few things laying around that they don't plan on using. It also gives you good practice. So if you're just starting out, there's really no risk involved. You have items just sitting around, and if you were planning on selling them anyway or not using them anyway, then you're not worried about how much money you're making off of them. Of course, the objective is to get as much as possible, but at least that way there, you'll get some practice listing items and also put some cash in your pocket at the same time. The second one is going to be yard sales and garage sales. One of my personal favorites, actually. I love Saturday morning, getting up, going to garage sales, seeing what I can find, especially if there's like a neighborhood garage sale or multiple garage sales going on in one area where you don't have to drive all over town or all over the place to find them. One strategy I like to use when going to garage sales is if you look at what they have and you see at least one or two things that you definitely know for sure that you want, maybe just take those things and then grab an item that you really don't necessarily want, but it's not that expensive, and you can ask the person hosting the sale, how much is this? And okay, I'll take it. It shows them that you're actually serious about buying stuff, that you're not gonna try and sit there and haggle and negotiate, and sellers like that. They're doing this just for one weekend. Chances are they're just trying to clean out their garage, get rid of stuff, clean out their home of stuff that they no longer need, just like you're doing a sale on eBay. They don't want to have to load all that stuff back in the house, so they really do want to give you a good deal. And more often than not, they're gonna price things a little higher than what they expect to get with that in mind. You get that item that you really want and start a pile. Start you a little pile and then make them an offer they can't refuse on that whole pile. That also goes for estate sales too in a lot of cases, which is my next favorite place to go for items. Estate sales. If you go on the first day, you can kind of get a feel for what they're selling and get a layout of the house. And then what I do is, if there's something that I really do want, but I just can't see myself paying the price that they're asking, I'll wait till the last day. Most of them will do really deep and generous discounts, like 50% off or more. Then you can really go in for the kill, find those items that are still left that you want. You may have to make sure you get up pretty early in the morning to beat a lot of the other people that are going to be standing in line most likely and fight the crowd. But I've gotten some really good deals at estate sales. I can assure you that it's worth it. So number 4 is going to be thrift stores and Goodwill. Obviously, everyone knows about Goodwill already, but maybe give some of the lesser known thrift stores and resale shops in your area a chance. Sometimes those smaller ones may have things that are more often looked over, and their prices may be a little better too, because a lot of Goodwills have caught on to things that are valuable, things that are worth a lot of money, so they've been known to be increasing their prices as of late. So yes, Goodwill, Salvation Army if you have one in your area, and then maybe small mom and pop thrift stores and resale shops that are also in your area. Number 5, friends and family. Maybe your friends have things that they want to get rid of. You can take off their hands once you tell them and explain you're trying to get into reselling. Or maybe if they don't already know that you're a full-time reseller, they may have things that either they don't mind donating to you. They also might have things that they would want to sell on consignment. So you tell them, hey, look, I'll take a 40 or 50% commission. I'll sell this thing for you so you don't have to deal with any of the stress or any of the inconvenience of listing it online, dealing with people messaging you and saying, hey, I want to buy this, and then they never answer back and just ghost you and waste your time. I'll take all the pressure off of you, sell it for you just for a small commission, and most people are pretty okay with it. They're going to be cool with it, and you're making them money and making it to where they don't have to do any work to make that money. So it's a win-win situation for both people, so why not? Okay, so that brings me to number 6, online marketplace sites like Facebook Marketplace, and one common one that is often forgot about, Craigslist. I remember when I first started out, I used to look for items on Craigslist all the time, and especially the free section. Between Craigslist and Facebook Marketplace, you can find lots of good stuff in your local area. Just be sure to check your eBay sold comps so that you know whatever it is you're considering buying has a low enough price, which will give you enough of a margin to make a decent profit on. Number 7 is going to be auction sites like Amazon Overstock auctions, public surplus auctions, and even restaurant equipment auctions. Go for the brand new in the box items. Those are the easiest to sell on eBay, guys. You can take a brand new in the box item, and if it's never been opened, you can use stock photos for your listing. Maybe take 1 or 2 pictures of the actual packaged item, and it's super easy to list. It's an easy sell because people know they're buying something brand new, so it's a much lower risk of item not as described or any defects or getting a possible return. And the thing about a brand new item, it's going to sell for twice what a pre-owned item would. Usually pre-owned item value is about half of brand new retail price. So keep that in mind. And then with restaurant equipment, that stuff, if you can score it cheap enough, find something on a restaurant auction site that no one is really bidding on, that has low interest. And even if it doesn't work, people will buy those for parts. I just bought a German-made Siemens Coca-Cola, like a vintage 80s Coca-Cola machine. It's one that's designed like for countertop and like an office break room or something like that. And you turn it on and it powered on, but then it made like a really loud humming noise that was almost unbearable. 4 days later, someone bought it in Canada for my full asking price, plus I think like $140 in shipping. You never know what people are willing to buy, but you can score some really great deals at auction sites. Number 8, of course, is going to be flea markets. I love going to flea markets. Same thing, same strategies apply as yard sales and estate sales. Find a seller that has a bunch of good stuff. I stay away from the ones that are selling wholesale stuff where like everything in their store is made in China and it was all bought from the same wholesale place. I avoid those like the plague, and I go for the ones that are selling all the vintage, whatnot, someone just selling a little bit of everything. Those are the ones I go for because those are the ones you can find the hidden treasures. Definitely flea markets. I just recently posted a video for a flea market I just went to and scored some cool stuff, so you can check out that video there too. Number 9, on the street, y'all. Yes, I actually check for items on the street. If it's set on the curb and I'm driving through your neighborhood, guess what? I'm picking it up and I'm putting it in the back of my car, because once it's on the curbside and there for trash pickup, it's free game as far as I'm concerned. Some people will also advocate dumpster diving. Maybe a high-end department store or something has a dumpster in the back. Look through there and oftentimes maybe find some discarded items. If you're going to go through a residential dumpster, just be discreet about it is what I would recommend. Make sure to be sanitary about it, so put some gloves on. Make sure any items that are retrieved from a dumpster, from a garbage receptacle of any kind, are properly cleaned and sanitized before you list them on eBay. I would strongly recommend that. Which brings me to my last item. Number 10 of the best places to find things to resell, especially if you're just starting out, is none other than eBay itself. You can find auctions that have a low starting bid, find things from reputable sellers. One strategy I like to use, that if you search on Google for, there are websites dedicated to these commonly misspelled words in eBay listings, like for the keywords in the title, and that's a great way to find items that people are missing because they simply can't find them. For example, you're looking for a Samsung laptop, but maybe instead of Samsung, they left out the second S, so it's Samung. Well, people aren't going to find that unless they know which model they're looking for, what item they're looking for, or they might miss that auction. It's a great way to capitalize on their mistake. Somebody else's loss is your gain. Hey, it's fair game. It's every man for himself as far as I'm concerned when it comes to reselling. So you gotta do what you gotta do. Hopefully you found this list useful. If you made it this far to the end of the video, then I want to give you a little reward because I appreciate my subscribers. If you are subscribed to this channel, and if you haven't subscribed, then now would be a great time to do so. I would like you to drop a comment below, list your favorite out of the top things that I listed out of the top 10 ways to find items, along with the word source. If you do those two things after the end of the weekend, so I'm going to give everyone till Sunday night. After the end of the weekend, I'm going to randomly choose a subscriber. So I'm going to pick one lucky winner to get that $50 coupon toward anything in my store. So good luck. Thanks for watching, and catch you on the next one. Peace.